Babylon was built beside a river, and rivers, no matter how calm, do not always ask permission. It had rained far away, weeks ago in the northern highlands, the kind of rain that makes no sound in Babylon, but swells in secret, quietly traveling south, beneath the surface of ordinary days. And then, one dawn, the Euphrates rose, not violently, not like a god losing his temper, but slowly, like an old man deciding to speak after years of silence. The banks softened, the fields drank too much, and within a day, the streets near the river's edge turned to mud. Not chaos, just a change in texture. Inyamu did not live near the edge, but his brother did, a weaver with a shop 2 blocks from the southern canal. So Inyamu put down his tools, tied his robe higher, and walked through the rising water. The city had changed. Carts were stuck. Children floated date pits in puddles like boats. Old women lifted their skirts with one hand, balancing jugs of lentil paste on their heads. No one panicked. People of Babylon knew better than to fight water. When Inyamu reached his brother's shop, he found him smiling. "The river visits," he said, "as it does when we forget its name." They moved the looms up higher, tied cloth bundles to beams, smeared mud from the walls with palm brooms. Then they sat, ankles in cool water, sharing half a loaf of ash bread, chewing slowly as the current passed through the door like a lazy guest. By the third day, the water reached its peak, not deep enough to drown, not shallow enough to ignore. It seeped into dreams, into rugs, into the bones of the city. Inesu boiled water higher up on the roof. Ninsu caught frogs in a pot and sang to them. Inyamu patched cracks in the courtyard floor. That had begun to soften again. Everything felt heavy, but not in a frightening way. More like the kind of heaviness that teaches you to sit still. And then, as slowly as it had arrived, the water left. It withdrew like a sigh, leaving behind mud, a few lost sandals, and the smell of wet earth baked by sun. Babylon exhaled, not in relief, but in respect, because the river was never cruel. It was simply alive.